Hello, welcome to a special postcast edition of Locked on Sharks, where we're going to go all CUDA tonight because they're the only really fun thing to talk about. So, Barracuda win 4-0 as the Sharks are really boring. So, going to be talking about the Barracuda tonight. Wherever you guys want to talk about, just going to hang out for like 20 minutes and talk about the Barracuda. So, let's get this bad boy kicked off here.
You're Locked on Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I'm your host, JD Young, contributor at Fear the Fit and San Jose Hockey Now. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I know it's Saturday night. CUDA just won 4-0. Great win for the Barracuda, even though I know the AHL stream was a hot mess tonight. So all vibes, no analysis, just because, again, a lot of us couldn't watch the game, so I had to listen to it and stuff. So, but Brandon Coe, 2 goals. Thomas Bordeleau, a goal. And Tristen Robins scoring the first ever goal at TXU Arena. Yeah, man, this team is really, really, really fun. And they're all these guys that we've been waiting for. They're all hitting the ground running. You know, Brandon Coe, the absolute just amazing breakaway goal that he scores on. And it's filthy hands. I'm glad he was okay after going hard into the boards there. But yeah, it's really awesome to have something fun to watch in San Jose right now because the Sharks, they stink right now. So if you guys have any comments or anything like that, pop them in. I'll be more than happy to talk about them. So yeah, I'm again, I know the AHL stream was screwed up tonight, and it sucks. It's very frustrating. It's also the first, they're opening a new building. You're gonna, if you've ever, new houses, new buildings, there's always weird little things that they got to work out. I'm fully confident that they will get this up and get the AHL TV working again, just because they know how important this team is. The Barracuda have been struggling to try to gain momentum, and seeing a full house in there was so awesome. Yes, it's so good to see a nice full house there, and hopefully Barracuda can keep kind of building this momentum and make it a really fun product. So even when these guys start to get into the NHL, the Sharks prospect pool is much deeper than we've seen before, and hopefully the Barracuda can be a good product for the next few years. So let's see. Boom, what do we got here? Can't wait for the Eklund Bedard Gushin line. Oh baby, oh man, that would be ridiculously fun. Oh god, I don't think I'd have to go change my pants. Is Wiesblatt injured? No. Wiesblatt healthy scratch tonight. I think that shows, a testament to how much deeper this San Jose Barracuda team is. They added a bunch of, actual prospects. Then they went out and they signed a bunch of AHL guys to kind of help solidify the team. You're seeing guys like Agazino, Derrick, Pouliot, Aaron Dell tonight. All these guys having big roles that are helping these young guys. That way it's not like, hey, I need 12 forwards who are all playing their first year of pro hockey. Go out there and try to figure things out. Having these young guys around, or having these veterans around, making it so these young guys have to earn their spot and earn their keep. That's what Mike Grier wants. He wants the whole system to have a much more, you have to earn your way up. And I know it's frustrating, especially with Ozzy Wiesblatt being a first round pick, but who are you taking out right now for Ozzy? He will get his playing time. I understand he will get his playing time, but the coaching staff, they must not feel he's ready right now to be contributing to this team. And this team is playing really well. They just won 4-0. They haven't lost a game yet. And again, who are you taking out to put Ozzy in at the moment? So he'll be fine. Let him, again, just let him be there. There's the CUDA good vibes right now. So, yeah, shut out. I know Aaron Dell. I know we all were like, why did the Sharks sign Aaron Dell? Aaron Dell's the perfect goalie for what the Sharks need right now, right? If Reimer or Capo Kakinen get hurt, have to miss a couple of the games, Aaron Dell can slide up. He can play in a pinch. He's not going to kill you. On the Barracuda, the Barracuda goaltending has been atrocious the past couple of years. And Aaron Dell, again, you're working with a lot of young goalies, Strauss-Mann, Eetu Mäkiniemi. I know Mäkiniemi's played kind of a little bit last year before he got injured. Strauss-Mann, his first pro year in the AHL. Aaron Dell, let Aaron Dell come in, kind of let these guys get acclimated to pro hockey, to the AHL. Let these guys, or Eetu Mäkiniemi's case, let him working back from injury. And then, again, as Strauss-Mann and as Eetu Mäkiniemi, as they pass him, then Aaron Dell, he's going to be a good soldier. He's going to, he's going to understand not playing and stuff. His job is to kind of hold down the fort while these other guys take the job from him. So good for Aaron Dell. Had a great night. Had some awesome, what it sounded like, had some awesome saves. So that's why he's signed Aaron Dell. So again, it's game 3 of, they play 72. So perfect. Jesse here, just leaving the game. That was great. Send some veal footage. Awesome. So I'm glad. It looked like it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna be there on Saturday. Next Saturday, I'm gonna be doing the doubleheader with the Lightning game and then the Barracuda game. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to watch a game in that building, and it's gonna be great. So it looks like it's a super fun atmosphere, and I'm glad that the Barracuda have a home to call their own, and I hope this is just the start of something much bigger for the Barracuda. So. Robins is very underrated. He could be a stud. There's people saying Robins could be the best prospect out of the 2020 draft class, that includes Bordeleau, who looks like he's might be too good for the AHL, but we'll see. Yeah, Robins playing on the 4th line tonight. I want to see how long they have to kind of hold him back before he's just taking other people's jobs at some point, because everything they ask him to do, he's doing it, and he's doing well with the scoring. They keep giving him more and more. And I don't think it's going to be long until we start to see Tristen Robins 3rd line, 2nd line, especially once Eklund and Bordeleau head up to the NHL. Robins could be the biggest beneficiary of that. So it was interesting to see him play on wing, because when we interviewed him a long time ago, he said he really likes playing center. He feels more engaged playing center because, just the different responsibilities of a center. So, but yeah, Robins is going to be really good. It's good to see, because he can score so many goals in so many different ways, where, he had the snipe against Iowa, where he catches it midair, puts it down, and just shoots it without even having to wind up, and then scoring a pretty, a nice goal around the crease there, kind of a dirty goal there. That's what you want to see, is a guy who has a lot of tools in his tool bag. And once he's, gets used to playing on the penalty kill and playing against men, yeah, Robins, I'm feeling great about Robins. So Lord Jasper on the 4th line isn't fair for other AHL teams. That's agreed. A testament to how deep the Barracuda are. Jasper Otherby's first lines was 1C on the Barracuda last year at the end of the season. Now 4C. So good for Weatherby. Again, this team is so much better and so deep. So Weatherby, he'll get his chance at some point. But yeah, good for Weatherby. Anything you can ask him to do. I would take this one too. The Eklund Fantilli Gushin is also a real possibility. Again, shoot for the Bedards. Even if you miss, you'll fall among the Fantilli. I was talking to a buddy of mine about how insane this draft class is. It's so insane. So, but yeah, Doug Anderson. Pretty sure they're scratching. Wiesblatt again. It's this team. Where are you going to play him in front of right now? So, it's he's fine. He will get playing time at some point. Brandon Coe, if you go rewind all the way back, Brandon Coe, when he was playing, he didn't play like at all really until kind of halfway through the season in that 2020 weird year. But then he kind of worked his way into it. So I totally trust John McCarthy. I think John McCarthy is a great coach. I think he's going to put these guys in positions to succeed. And then as they earn it, he'll give them a little bit more. So let's see. Dell looked brilliant. Clearly not an HL goalie. Well, Dell's he's the tweener right now, where he's not quite NHL caliber, but he's probably too good for an AHL goalie at this point. But that's fine. This team has been lacking in goaltending for a long time because the Sharks have been lacking in goaltending, and the Sharks have done a great job in putting together a respectable goalie pipeline. I don't think they have like that one, your Jesper Wallstedt, I don't think type guy where you can be like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna be the guy of the future. But they have a lot of promising players in the pipeline, and having a veteran like I said, having a veteran like Aaron Dell who can hold the fort while your young guys are getting ready and getting through the grind of a full pro season. Aaron Dell's the perfect goalie for this. So, Cuda for the Calder Cup, please. It'd be fun to watch some sort of playoffs this year for the Sharks for San Jose, because the Sharks clearly aren't going to aren't going to the playoffs right now. So, let's go McAnemy or Mann. I'm guessing McAnemy. McAnemy was the backup tonight. Mann has been a healthy scratch so far the past couple games. So, again, Straussman, he's played last year in the SHL, so maybe getting reused to having to play on North American ice might be there. I thought he looked really, really great in the rookie tournaments, but again, they're probably bringing him on a little slowly right now. That's perfectly fine. Again, we want these guys to slow cook. When they're ready, they will take the job. So yeah, no worries about Straussman. I think Straussman is going to be an awesome goalie. But yeah, I think I would assume McAnemy starts tomorrow. So let's see. What else you guys got? Let's see. It'd be very ironic if the Sharks came in last place and the Cuda won the Calder Cup. That's like a matchup that honestly wouldn't be a horrible game by the end of the season. I'm still picking. I mean, yes, the Cuda are really fun, but like the Sharks still have Erik Karlsson, Tomas Hertl, and Timo Meyer. Like those guys are still NHL players, and it's the old like, could Alabama beat the Browns or whoever's like your worst team? I guess or the Houston Texans right now. Those guys are still professionals, and yes, it's fun to have that hypothesis, but still, those guys are also like professionals. So, okay, really quick before we continue, got to take a quick break. I know it's a live stream and all, but talk to you guys about our friends over at as I'm screwing around for graphics. BetOnline, you guys know BetOnline, your number one source for all your gambling needs. They've got you covered. You got NFL all day tomorrow. Basketball's back. So head over to betonline.net. You can find all the latest player developments, team matchups, news, podcasts, in-depth analysis on every game. And as always, BetOnline remains your continued source for all your sports wager information with live betting, up-to-the-minute scores on every sport out there. The fastest and easiest way to check all your favorite games and events, including we got baseball playoffs, MMA, boxing, and golf. So head to their websites today. Use your mobile device to learn more. BetOnline, where the game starts. And if you guys, since you guys are watching on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps me a lot if you guys subscribing. So make sure you guys subscribe, leave comments, like the videos, all that fun stuff. You guys know, but please do appreciate it. So, Iman is with Wichita right now. So, yes, he should be getting plenty of playing time down there. Yeah. Yes, Locked On Barracuda. The real winners right now is Locked On Barracuda because, again, I would be lying to say if the Sharks are. I mean, we watched the Sharks. They're a struggling team that is going to continue to struggle to score goals, and they're going to be one of the 5 worst teams in the NHL. So let's enjoy the fun things like the Barracuda. We've been waiting for these Barracuda kids. We've been waiting for Co and Robins and Bordeleau and getting them all together. It's really great. And I like I said earlier, the big thing right now is the way they built this team, where it's like it's not just a bunch of the kids running around and trying to figure stuff out. They made really smart signings and getting some veterans in there. Derrick Pouliot, 2 assists tonight, was a great move that set up the Tristen Robins goal. And, Aaron Dell back there. Again, Aaron Dell's seen it all. He played for like 4 teams in one season during these weird COVID years. Like, having these guys here so that way your young guys aren't trying to figure everything out on the fly is perfect. And the young guys, they will take the jobs as they get better and better. But again, having a bunch of veterans who've been here and done this, and they know exactly what they're doing, they can help these young guys along. That way, that's just going to help them in the long run. So when they get into the NHL, they're going to be more ready. And this has been, a big problem with the Sharks recently is they're asking these young guys to do too much too quickly. And, look at your Daniel Urtakens. Poor Daniel Urtaken is a punching bag on this podcast, but look at your poor Daniel Urtakens of the world who've, hey, I need you to go play like top 6 minutes. And this guy just got chewed up and spit out because he just was not ready. So, yeah. Let's see. Tony's son, healthy scratch once again. That's funny. Yeah, can't wait for EK. Yeah, Erik Karlsson not having to do amazing plays, and again another punching bag. Matt Nieto just doesn't know what to do with the puck. So, yeah, it'll be great. So it's when all these guys are ready. The Sharks will be fun again in a couple years. I promise you. Like, we're going through the dark times right now, but yes, the Sharks will be fun. When all these guys are going to go up and play with, hopefully Timo Meyer and Hertl and Erik Karlsson and stuff. Like, it's going to be fun in a couple of years, but we're getting through it. So the Sharks suck horribly. You think Sharks will bring it? No, the Sharks, that's part of the reward. Like, we saw it last year where, Bordeleau was brought up, signed his contract was brought up. And that, Scott Reedy played really, really well down last year for the first half of the AHL and was rewarded for that. I wouldn't say the Shark situation is toxic. They're just bad. Like, it's not toxic. It's not like guys are just like, like there's not like infight. It's just, they're just a bad, they just don't have a lot of talent right now. So, no, I don't think it'll be harmful to bring them up. That's their reward for playing well, right? It would be worse if they just kept them down, right? Like, you work hard, you get promoted, and that's how it should work, right? But if Eklund plays really well at the and then as he gets rewarded by being brought up. If Bordeleau plays really well, he gets rewarded and gets to go up and play on the Sharks. So, and then what will happen is at the end of the season, when the Barracuda are in the playoffs, they'll send all these guys back down to go play in the Calder Cup playoffs and get playoff experience for these guys. So, we saw this before when Kevin LeBanc and Timo Meyer, when these young guys were kind of bouncing back and forth, and they would, bring them up, let them, get rewarded for their hard work in the AHL, get to play NHL games, get those NHL paychecks, and see if you can prove something, and then, get the taste of playing NHL games. I know Eklund and Bordeleau both played a handful of NHL games, but that's your reward for playing well in the AHL. So like I said, I'd be worried if they were lighting it up down in the AHL and then they're not getting called up despite, injuries or a reason to bring them up. So yeah. I'm not worried about it. So again, it's not like it's infighting and stuff. It's not like it's other issues that have plagued the Sharks, certain forwards who are now in Edmonton, stuff like that. So I just think the Sharks are a bad team right now. So Nico Sturm, future captain. Nico Sturm's amazing. I love him already. Like, he's perfect fourth liner. He's gonna come in, he's gonna do his job. Like, Nico Sturm's great. Eye of the Sturm. Let's go. Jason, let's be real. The Sharks are the Cuda are way more fun to watch than the Sharks. They are. Like, again, when your team's bad, the prospects are just more fun to watch. And watching Eklund and Bordeleau wreck shop, it's going to be great. Brandon Coe, like, showing why he is, like, why he's going to be a steal. So, but yeah, they're just going to be fun. That's why we're going to do these kind of fun postcasts, especially on the weekend, because talking about the Barracuda is just more fun than talking about the Sharks. So, yeah. Morale will be low for losing. That is something too, but like, these young players can sometimes bring that injection of energy and stuff. And we saw that last year with Bordeleau, right? When Bordeleau was playing the Sharks just kind of more upbeat. They were playing better. They didn't win a lot of those games, but they were just playing better. So, sometimes these young guys can provide that nice kind of shot of energy, especially as the season drags on and you've been losing a lot of games and stuff. So, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about them getting played up there, getting called up. So, half the 22 draft class could be a steal. It's kind of weird. If you kind of look at those first 5 picks, Ozzy's the one where you're like, maybe, but like all the other guys, you can see a clear path to the NHL for him. Like, Bordeleau out of the 2020 guys is going to be there. Like, that's all, like he's going to be playing NHL. He scores first. I'll get to that one in a second. Bordeleau is going to be playing the NHL this year, right? You assume Robins and Co are probably in the next year or two. Same thing with Gushin. Like, all these guys are going to be playing in the next kind of couple years, and like, Ozzy's kind of the one behind type of thing. So who scores first? Timo or Ryan? If Timo, okay, I'm a little spoiler because I wrote the Fear the Fin preview for the Flyers game tomorrow. Timo Meyer is like, he has a really, really, really great history against the Flyers. I think he's got 6 goals in 10 games and 8 points. He scored his first hat trick against the Flyers. If he doesn't score tomorrow, we're going to be holding an exorcism or something, or I'm about to, I don't know. We're going to have to do something for poor Timo Meyer, because it's all set up, especially because Carter Hart played tonight. They're having Felix Sandstrom, who's played 6 NHL games. Tomorrow is the day for one Timo Meyer to score. I can feel it. I can feel it in my plums. Tomorrow is the day for Timo Meyer to score. So if not, we'll be holding an exorcism on the podcast or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Do you think Cardwell could be this year's Robins or Co, where he just lights up the CHL? Yeah, I mean, just missed making the Barracuda. I think that's the same path. We've seen this before, where the Sharks, they definitely like to slow play these guys and let them go play that extra year. Noah Gregor, they sent back for an extra year. Brandon Coe, they sent back for an extra year. And I think Cardwell is going to, probably be flirting with 90 points again type of thing. So, yeah, I think he goes out, he dominates the CHL, and he'll be on the CUDA next. Of course, he'll be on the CUDA next year. So, we've seen this with the Sharks. There's no rush with the prospects. So, Sharks generally have a great history against the Flyers. So actually, my first Sharks game was a Sharks Flyers game. I think it was like a 5-4 like Sharks affair. It was an insane amount of goals. So yeah, I think the Sharks do win tomorrow. I know both teams are coming on a second game of a back-to-back, but I just the Felix Sandstrom thing. The Sharks actually are one of the few teams who the Flyers are one of the few teams who actually gives up more shot attempts than the Sharks at 5-on-5. So I think whoever's top line can get going tomorrow, they're going to feel a lot better about themselves. And I think that's who wins the game. So let's see if Meyer does have pretty down here this year as a whole. Obviously, the Sharks wouldn't want to trade him, but do you think I'm more in the line of just like if you sign him to another bridge deal, then say if you sign for another 4 years, then you would have to re-sign him again when he turns 30. I mean, yeah, you could do something, but Timo Meyer's gonna be looking for the bag. I don't understand, I'm assuming another bridge deal, even if it's like a 2-year deal or something like that, then you're just going to play this game again where he's going to be getting out of his prime and going to be wanting more money. And then you're just kind of in the same circumstances you've been in for the past couple of years when you keep re-signing these long-term deals. So we'll see. I mean, it's a handful of games. I think Timo Meyer's way overdue, and I think he's ready to go to light it up and go on like a, like 10 goals and like 15. We're going to see Timo Meyer just start to score here soon. So, yeah. All right, let's get a couple more. No, let's see. Larac, I know he's going to be hitting the ice here in the next week or so. So I would assume we'll probably see him. I don't want to put like a timeline on it, but I would assume probably by Thanksgiving, he'll probably be back playing. No idea on Havlet. It's like really hard to find SHL information. I'll see if I can reach out to one of my SHL guys if they got anything. But yeah, it's, I keep checking every time they play. So yeah, we'll see. So, but yeah, I think Larac, like I said, I know he's supposed to be hitting the ice again soon. He's been, working hard on his rehab. So anyway, let's see back to the Timo. If he's looking at a 2-year deal, yeah, I mean, again, you could just give him the $10 million and then play it again next year. I don't know. I would just lock up Timo Meyer at like long term because I mean I've gone through it before, but 8 years, Timo Meyer's 26 right now. So you're gonna get like, four primo years, probably 2 really good years, and then he's gonna start to kind of go from there. So, and then having Timo Meyer with Hertl and Eklund and Bordeleau and a top 5 pick in this year, that's still a pretty solid core to be working with going to the future. They got to work on their defense. Their defense is poo-poo platter, but I would just resign Timo Meyer. He's good. So let's see. Yeah. I've been on here for already half an hour, man. That's going to do it for me. Make sure if you're watching this, subscribe. Please do. Helps me make that sweet cash. So yeah. Honestly, I don't think we'll see E5 or no, Eklund and Bordeleau will play on the Sharks this year because of either injury or they're just gonna like too good. You have to, a couple more. All right. When the Sharks trading Reimer, I mean, at the deadline. So yeah. Unless there's like a major goalie injury, if somebody hurt, maybe like the Maple Leafs are kind of dealing with some goalie injury news, but that would be my one. But I mean, the Sharks are still trying to win right now. So they'll keep losing games. James Reimer will get traded at the deadline. And, if they get a second or third for James Reimer, that is a great piece of business, tidy piece of business, as Kyle would love to hear. But yeah, that contract, you'll look back and be like, that was perfect. They signed Reimer to a really, really great deal, and then getting a second or third out of James Reimer. So, but yeah. All right, that's gonna do it for me. Full episode tomorrow, whenever for Monday. That'll recap the Devils and the Flyers game. So that'll come out Sunday night, Monday. Big day for me tomorrow between the Sharks, Barracuda, and Dolphins all playing within like 2 hours of each other. So pray for me and my sanity, or pray for my wife who's gonna have to deal with me. So, but yeah, that'll do it. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Locked On Sharks. Follow me on Twitter at my Fryhole, right there. So, yes, hopefully the AHL stream works tomorrow. I'll try to do some more clips. Please, AHL stream, please work tomorrow. But yeah, until Monday. Bye, friends.